Top 10 best places to visit in Finland. So make sure to watch the full video. From the vibrant art-filled cities of Helsinki and Turku to the depths of the boreal forests and the thinly inhabited outer archipelago, Finland remains a relatively unknown corner of Europe. This is likely because it is so far from the mainstream tourist routes, but the country's many cultural and historical attractions add to the unspoiled natural surroundings to make it an ideal destination. Its lakes, fells, rivers, and vast wild areas, along with the certainty of snow in the winter, make it a Nordic playground for both winter and summer activities. Helsinki is the main point of entry for most visitors to Finland. The busy Baltic port is where you'll find the most important museums, as well as architecture by some of the greatest Finnish architects, especially Eliel Saarinen, who designed Helsinki's railway station, a landmark of early modern architecture. 1. Suomenlinna Fortress. One of the world's largest sea fortresses, the 18th century fort on Suomenlinna is a 15-minute ferry ride from Helsinki's Market Square, a minute cruise that has lovely views of the city as a bonus attraction. Once here, you could easily fill a day with its sights and activities. The impressive fortifications, now an UNESCO World Heritage Site, were built in 1847 by the Swedes. Finland was Swedish territory then. To scare off the Russians, they weren't scared and later captured both the fort and Finland. Begin with the audio-visual experience in the visitor center. It's in English for a lively history. Then explore its ramparts, tunnels, and museums, and walk the trails around the beautiful island. Or sign up here for a guided walk to learn more about the fort and its various attractions. Among these are the 250-ton Pasikko submarine, used by the Finnish Navy from 1936 until the end of World War II. 2. Kauppatorii, Market Square, and Esplanade. Helsinki's harbor is an integral part of the city, whose important landmarks overlook it. It's also a popular gathering point, with an open-air market of local farmers, craftsmen, food producers, and fishermen, who sell directly from their boats. You may catch the fragrance of salmon cooking over cedar planks beside the boats, and depending on the season see a rainbow of glistening ripe berries or baskets of foraged woodland mushrooms. The historic 1,889 market hall shelters more food vendors, but the outdoor market is a year-round tradition, protected by tarps and tents in the winter. 3. Rovaniemi and the Arctic. The Arctic Circle runs across northern Finland, right through the town of Rovaniemi, giving it claim to being the gateway to the Arctic. In the summer, this means the famous midnight sun. While the sun only stays above the horizon for a full 24 hours in Rovaniemi on the summer solstice in late June, from late May to early August it never drops far enough for it to get dark. Locals are out enjoying their great outdoors throughout these white nights and welcome tourists to join them. Rovaniemi is in the center of a vast natural area of rushing rivers for canoeing, swimming, or fishing, with trails alongside them for hiking and cycling. The city is best known, ask any Finnish child, as the home of Santa Claus, right astride the Arctic Circle at Santa Claus Village. You can meet reindeer here or visit a Sami reindeer farm. 4. Helsinki churches. 3 of the top places to visit in Helsinki are churches, 2 of them cathedrals, and the third a landmark of modern architecture. Uspensky Orthodox Cathedral rises dramatically above the east side of the harbor. Its 13 green-top spires ending in gold cupolas. This is Western Europe's largest Orthodox church, its interior glowing with gold, icons, crosses, altars, and intricately decorated arches. The cathedral serves Helsinki's large Russian population, and visitors are welcome. On the hill directly behind the harbor, and an equally visible landmark to those approaching Helsinki by sea, the huge neoclassical Lutheran cathedral is so close and so large that it appears to be standing on the roofs of the harborfront buildings. The tall green dome and broad steps of the early 19th century cathedral form the majestic focal point of Senate Square. 5. Go skiing or ride a dogsled. In the winter, the Arctic region is a paradise for skiers and others who love snow and ice sports. You can ride across frozen lakes and visit Sami villages on a dogsled safari. Learn to drive your own reindeer sled, snowshoe, or cross-country ski for miles, and watch the spectacular northern lights. Downhill skiers should head about 170 kilometers north of Rovaniemi to Levi, a center for all winter recreation, with miles of scenic Nordic ski trails, lighted for night skiing. So are the pistes and slopes of Finland's largest downhill ski area. Many hotels at Levi have rooms with glass ceilings, so you can watch the northern lights from inside. 6. Shop and browse in the Design District. The epicenter of modern Scandinavian design, Helsinki has an entire district devoted to studios, galleries, and even antique shops dedicated to Finnish designers and their work. Whether you're shopping or just looking, a few hours in these neighborhoods is a chance to experience this vibrant facet of Finnish arts and culture. Design District Helsinki brings together creative people in the central neighborhoods of Panavuori, Kardinkaupunki, Kamppi, and Suomenlinna, where you'll find boutiques, galleries, and studios devoted to contemporary designs and fashion, jewelry, furnishings, tableware, and everyday items. 7. Watch the Northern Lights. For most people, seeing the Northern Lights is a once-in-a-lifetime treat. Finland is one of the best places in the world for seeing these blazing curtains of light drape across the sky. Although at times the lights can be seen even in the southernmost regions of the nation, the best place to see them is in the region close to or north of the Arctic Circle. Here, between September and March, visitors are almost guaranteed a show if the sky is clear. A wide range of hotels in the north cater specifically to people wanting to see the lights. Also, the Finnish Meteorological Institute allows you to sign up for free Northern Lights email alerts. 8. Åland Archipelago. The Åland Islands, or Åland, are an autonomous archipelago between Sweden and Finland. A predominantly Swedish-speaking province of Finland, Åland is comprised of a few large islands and nearly 10,000 smaller ones. Åland has a unique history. It was ceded to Russia by Sweden in 1809. In 1854, a combined British/French fleet took the islands, destroying the fortress. After that, the entire archipelago was demilitarized and remains so to this day. About 27,500 people live in Åland, with about 11,000 in the main town of Mariehamn. The main industry of the islands has always been shipping and trade, so the Maritime Museum, the Museumship Pommern, and the Maritime Quarter in Mariehamn are worth seeing to understand the island's fascinating maritime history. 9. Turku. The southwestern Finnish town of Turku, the country's oldest town and until 1812 its capital, lies on the Gulf of Bothnia at the mouth of the Orajoki River. Turku lies in the area where the successors to the Swedish Vikings landed in the 12th century and set out to conquer what is now Finland. With 8 centuries of history, it is today the most traditional medieval town in Finland. But in addition to its outstanding medieval buildings, you'll find examples of Art Nouveau and modern architecture, such as the Sibelius Museum by Waldemar Beekman. The river is a focal point for the city, lined with historic boats, some of which have been converted into restaurants. In the summer, locals gather along its banks in the evening, and in the winter, it becomes a giant skating rink. 10. Porvoo. The country's second oldest town, Porvoo, is 48 kilometers east of Helsinki. It rises from a picturesque riverfront lined with little red wooden buildings, through a charming tangle of old streets and ochre-colored wooden houses to its hilltop medieval cathedral. Highlights here are the ornate 1764 pulpit and wall paintings from the 15th century. Between the river and the hilltop cathedral is the market square with 2 museums worth visiting. One has exhibits on local history, and the other, the Edelfelt Valgren Museum, is of particular interest to those fascinated by the Art Nouveau movement. It features the furniture, ceramics, and other works of several artists who formed an art colony here at the turn of the 20th century. Porvoo is still known for its fine crafts, so allow time for browsing the shops and studios. In the summer, you can visit Porvoo from Helsinki by boat. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.